Welcome back to the Abundant Harvest Homestead. Thank you for joining me once again. I want to get working on that for sure right there. Took down some trees to create some more opening, more sunlight, but also less threat to destroy it. And thankfully, what I'm hanging on to right now is a new camera provided by one of our subscribers. We also got another camera that we're going to be using as well, which was donated by one of our channel members. We thank you guys. If you look at our channel history, as far as actual videos, it says I put out one a month ago, one 2 months ago, then 3 months ago. It's been hard over here. And even now, I'm home today. And last week, I left Sunday morning early, got home Friday night late. I went on a 6-day work trip. I don't get anything done here when I'm gone. And I also can't make any content, even if I did get a camera. And then I'm home, and of course it's raining. But had some stuff I wanted to show you guys quickly. Got a couple other videos from some companies that want us to review some stuff. I gotta hopefully take care of those if the weather's cooperative today. And we got some stuff going on here like crazy. Got a lot of grafts we've done lately. If you look here, this is a graft on a peach tree, and that's already got all that growth. Absolutely crazy. That's one I did. And Monster Truck did a couple grafts this year too, and his are doing well. There's one right there. I'll add a whole video on grafting I want to show you guys. Grafting pawpaws and stuff too. And although I first started grafting a decade ago, my first successful graft was completed in 2015. I haven't really gotten into it until this year. And we've done hundreds this year. We've really been going hard. And I think it's been absolutely fantastic. Especially because we have so much native rootstock here with the wild plums and the native persimmons that we can graft into. But in this video, I want just to kind of show you guys some of the harvest that is to come. There is so much stuff here, and it's absolutely fantastic. So kind of the focus of this one will be just super fruitful perennials that I'm glad I planted when I did, and I want to plant a bunch more because I have the space. I have the acreage for it. So if you look across here, you're going to notice that there is an insane amount of grapes that are going to be coming. Look at how many grapes there are. Grapes are super easy to grow, super easy to propagate, and they can crank out an incredible harvest year after year. You should be pruning them back, and anytime you prune them back, if you just plant one of those areas with the node below the surface, there's a high probability it'll root on its own. So this is just trellises of grapes here that are outside our poultry area. But there's going to be so many grapes just growing and flourishing across this whole area. You guys catching that? Look at these. Those are going to swell up and be full and dangle, and the children will be coming out doing their chores, just munching on them fresh, which provides incredible food for us and cuts down on the grocery bill. And then stuff like this too. Look at these. These are the native plums here, and they are so crazy fruitful, just incredibly fruitful. And the cool thing too is, as we plant more fruit trees here, these will be cross-pollinating with some of the ones we plant, and then when they do that, we should be able to get some hybrids, come up with some new varieties, and if we're growing from seed, get those as well. And of course they also work as a rootstock. And then this is one of our favorite seed peaches. We grew this from seed. It's crazy to think about because that's massive right now. That's probably as big around as my thigh. And I'm a 200-pound guy, right? But look at this. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, you've got to thin them to make sure that they get a good harvest, that they grow nice and big. Yeah, I get that. But the thing that I love is the fact that this peach we're growing from seed puts out this type of stuff where you even think about thinning them. Because the stuff I've got from the store-bought peach trees, they pale in comparison. They have almost nothing going on that would ever make you think about ever thinning them. And the same thing here. There's so many up in here. This is another one we've grown from seed. So just kind of super exciting to be growing that. And having both the opportunity and time to just take something like a pit, a little pit from a peach. Oh, there's some here. And turning one of these into something like that. Oh, we got a video coming up too. There are so many baby poultry around here. If you look at that, those are all little ducklings. There's some more back at the mini barn. There's other mothers sitting. There is a lot of poultry. We've got all sorts of baby ducks, baby turkeys. The turkeys are doing incredible this year. Baby chickens, baby guineas. Yeah, look at this. This is a different type of plum too. This one actually, when we left our native Wisconsin, I took a scion from the plum tree we had in our yard growing there. And I traveled 750 miles with it, and I grafted it right here. Here's the graft into the native wild plum, and that was one of the first successful grafts I'd ever done in my entire life. It's just crazy to think about. Look at that. Crazy to think about. And then of course here too, we've just got more grapes forming and starting with these perennials. Oh, and look at that. There's a whole pile of pears on that tree. That was from one of our first YouTube payouts ever. You guys watched our videos, you subscribed to our channels, you left comments, you left thumbs ups and stuff like that. And because of that, we were able, can you see them there center screen? We were able to buy some fruit trees, and I said, I want this to last. I want to remember what happened. And that's some of the fruit of that. These here are just more grapes, which we have growing on a lot of different stuff. And then back behind here, you see those red dots. These Serviceberries are incredible. I actually wanted to plant like 100 more trees of them, and hopefully I will in the future. And these are our figs, which I lignified last year along with one of our pomegranates, and that changed everything. It just changed everything here. I've got a video I'm working on for that. And one of the things that changed is giving us Braba figs, which we did not previously even know about. But there's some more dangling here. I'm heading back through there. Do you see them? Just beautiful. Oh boy, this one's getting pretty. It's swelling. It's going to the next stage. That is fantastic. A really nice one right there. He's probably going to swell and finish up here. Probably this one too coming up here. Just fantastic. I didn't even know that was a thing till we lignified these last year. I got a whole video coming that has revolutionized the way that we're growing figs, the way that we're going to in the future. This here is 3 plum trees that were also part of our first YouTube payout ever. So all this fruit here is because of you guys. We've got a couple of them growing here. Probably some cross-pollination. Whoa! Probably some cross-pollination going on. This one here does not look all that ready or ripe. But what's happening is we're getting a ton of rain. So a lot of them are kind of swelling and cracking. This one was cracking right where it was attached to the tree. And actually right now, this flavor is insane and so delicious. I'm going to eat this once I'm done with you guys, but this is fantastic. We've got a massive amount of the Thornless Blackberries coming in once again. This is just one area that we have them. Our favorite citrus, which is the one that grows in this area, the Trifoliate Citrus, is once again just getting covered as well. These are pretty big already. And I can't wait because key lime pie and lemonade and lemon curd, all the things we make out of these, just fantastic. So they're growing incredibly. Here's another pile of figs, probably 9 feet tall, doing incredible. Over here, some other grapes. Look at the size of some of these. They're doing their thing. They're getting there. And there, look at how many are in some areas. That's just a massive pile of grapes growing everywhere. And these are just some regular grapes, but right behind me is where we have the muscadines growing. So they are coming in thick and heavy too. I got them trained up where we have one plant on this side, one plant on that side, and they grow up in pretty much 5 lines across this thing, and they're pruned back on that. And I welded this together, some of the first welding I did in my garden. And we're looking forward to that because they taste like a grape juice flavored fruit snack or something. They're just incredible. So nice to see them maturing and cranking out a harvest for us once again. And this one, as far as I'm concerned, this massive beast is the star of the show. These are the cold hardy kiwis, also known as kiwi berries. They make kiwis, but they're furless kiwis. They don't have the brown fur on the outside. These ones have both males and females. These are obviously the females. There are so many of these up in here. It's hard to kind of even show you guys. And since we don't currently have any bees, we actually did quite a bit of hand pollinating too. We were taking turns on different days just because we figured if that turns out some extra hundreds of these for us, well, it'll be well worth the effort. Even if we have to do some hand pollination. There's just so many of them up in here, and supposedly a mature female can put out 100 to 150 pounds of fruit. These guys are just beautiful. They're all coming in. This is going to be incredible, and what I would like is an absolutely ridiculous amount of harvest of these in the future, to the point that it's hard to keep up with. There's actually a mourning dove that nests up in here too, so I'm not going to go too far that way. But there's a bunch of them up through here, and this stuff is so just incredible for its growth. It just wants to take off in every direction. This thing is massive. I actually am expanding it. I want to get 2 more coming up over here. And yeah, just look at those. Some of them are getting pretty good. They should get about probably that big. So we're well on the way. We're just not there yet. Well, and I finally put in an asparagus bed last year, and we have regular ones, so we get the females with the seeds. Rather than an all-male hybrid like the Jersey Giant, I think is an all-male hybrid. Seeds are poisonous when they turn red. Don't eat them. But they've got the, well, the berries. But they got the seeds in them. So I'm happy I finally put this in. I should have put this in many, many, many years ago. And then one super cool other thing that happened to us recently is a neighbor bought a field that was partially just blueberries. And he wanted some more trailer parking in this field. So he said, hey, do you want some blueberry bushes? I'm like, well, I don't not want some blueberry bushes. He goes, well, if you want to take out like 10 of these here to give me some more room for trailer parking, that would be excellent. And I said, well, I'll gladly do that. And although it's not the ideal time of year for moving a blueberry bush, meaning that they already all got a bunch of blueberries on them, I'm like, the price is right. I have the opportunity. Let's go. Let's get it. So I lifted 10 of them and did quite a bit of pruning back of them, but then also split some of them, and we're actually eating blueberries off them. See that? There's actually big old blueberries on them. These are blue crop, but I split them, so I think I got like 13 or 14 total, because some of the root clusters I just kind of broke up. And other than some things, like you see a little bit of dieback here. Here we have a little bit of dieback. But this one doesn't even appear to be, here's maybe a little drooping. Probably not, that just feels kind of bent. Some of them have a slight droop to them. But even though I didn't get out all the root system, I just kind of cut a section around that made sense, lifted them up, put them in here, kind of mulched them with some old leaves, and then we've also been throwing the old coffee grounds on here because they like an acidic soil. Old coffee grounds will raise the acidity of the soil and help them grow. But to me, just kind of more of the goal of this garden was to eventually turn it into like a perennial food forest type thing and grow more of the annuals closer to the house, especially as Mama Pepper and I plan to age in place, meaning staying here, in it for the long haul. We know a lot of people moving around, starting fresh, doing other things. Well, if I've got an established homestead, it's going to be hard for me to move off of that and have to start all over. That doesn't appeal to me very much. Oh, these black caps are coming in too. They look nice. I like them. There was some where I grew up at the property line with the neighbors. We'd eat them every year, the black raspberries. But it seems that up here, as I think about the blueberries, there's also strawberries there, asparagus, cold hardy kiwi, the muscadines, the regular grapes, the trifoliates. I'll throw the rhubarb in that mix. There's rhubarb right there between the trifoliate trees. The sunchokes, you know, the plum trees. I got a Nanking bush cherry up here I'm actually planting more of. That's a apricot tree. Oh, and then the Malabar spinach. That just sows itself every year. And then the, Thornless Blackberries. and the hops and the figs. It's like, you know what? This is becoming just an area for perennials a lot quicker than I was thinking it was going to be. But I like it. It gives me a really good return on my investment, because when you plant these, you get a return on that investment for year after year after year, many years to come, sometimes for decades. And a lot of your work is just done up front, other than maybe fertilizing, weeding, pruning. But I love how much you can propagate a lot of it too. So pretty exciting. Enjoying the way it's going. We've got a lot of different stuff coming in. Plus we've got, you know, annuals planted. There's peppers and ground cherries and kale and noodle beans and bush beans and tomatillos, you know, tomatoes, different stuff planted like that. That'll be doing its thing as we continue with this. And one thing, if you guys know us, appreciate us, please leave a comment if you haven't yet. Leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I don't care which. They all help. It lets the algorithm know that we made an impression with somebody. And also, one of the goals I have, especially for this year, is to be starting a nursery finally, and propagating plants and selling them, and trying to get a home-based stream of revenue that can put me here more often, so I'm not leaving for 6 out of 7 days some weeks. I'll do it. Don't mind providing for them, but I'd rather provide for them with them. So if you guys could be praying about that nursery, that would be absolutely fantastic for us, and we'd really appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Papa out.
Thank you for watching. Hit the like button. Thumbs up. For real.
The cowhead is good?
Yeah.
That's because you know.